Hey Carl, it's Wednesday, August 29th, and this is my first upload. I've been thinking about what I want this series and this channel to be. I'm looking to use these uploads to be a public accountability to keep me running, to keep me focused on prioritizing my health before the millions of other projects that come my way. I also think it's important to set goals, and I know you're driven by goals too. Realistic goals, goals that can be achieved, not just run, but how far, how fast, and pace goals. So here are my initial goals. I'd like to run 3 or 4 times per week, with one of those being a long run. I'd like to run a 10K in slightly under an hour, and I'd like to reach a point where I was several years ago, where I can run a half marathon as my long run, and then it'd be realistic. For many of those watching, I can imagine that these goals are simple or things you've already achieved. And to be honest, I achieved them in the past. However, last year, after completing a marathon, I failed to set new goals. I gained 30 pounds, and I found the couch. And there I sat. Now it's time to get back to the trails, treadmills, or wherever else I can find to run and work towards progress, not perfection. So let's take a look back at this past week's runs from last Tuesday through this Tuesday, and I completed 4 runs. Here's a look. Hey Carl, got my first run in. I left the house. It was a pleasant 65, 70 degrees outside, and I finished here 3 miles later in pouring rain and soaking wet. It's a little I don't even know what to say. It's refreshing at times, but it's also, you're soaking wet and your shirt sticks to you. When you're a big guy and you're running out there on the streets, it makes you a little self-conscious when your shirt's sticking to your body. But the run's done, and it's time for a shower and on with the day. I'll see you next time. A quick note, yesterday I wore my sneakers out in the pouring rain. That was 36 hours ago. Still soaking wet. Still absolutely disgusting. And in case you ever wondered, wet shoes in your suitcase smell horrible. Just a little piece of advice. All right, so I just finished my run here in San Francisco. Few details on the run. Let's see, just over 4 miles, time of 46:49. For an average pace of 11 minutes and 40 seconds. A little bit slower than I would like for my run, but I'll take it considering how long I've been up today. And the wind totally sucked out there, blowing at like 16 knots. And I only know that because I was listening to air traffic control while watching airplanes, because I'm a nerd like that. So I will give it a shot tomorrow. Hopefully I will have some better times. The mileage will probably be about the same, and I'll see you tomorrow. Well, my Friday afternoon run is done. About 4 miles. Let's see, it was 4 miles in 43, almost 44 minutes, just about a 10:55 pace, and I'm happy it's done. It's very humid out, and the wind is just absolutely killer. Not so much here in my backyard, but out there on the street, it was in my face all the way back, and somehow I still managed to get a negative split, so I'll take it. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Well, 6 miles are done. It was about a 12-minute mile pace. I finished it at about an hour and 12 minutes. So it's about the pace that I would seek if I was going for a marathon. I'm not a fast runner, and especially after doing the keto diet for a month without carbs, I'm slow, and that's okay. Yesterday I fasted until dinner time, so I'm sure that's probably impacting the run this morning, although I'm not feeling hungry, just dying of thirst. So it's done. It's hot. Temperature's definitely gone up. The breeze is nice, but it's still hot and humid out here. Well, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for a much shorter run. Later. So that's a look back at my 4 runs this week, totaling 17 miles, and I hope to add a few more miles next week and better my pace. Thanks for the accountability, Carl. I'll see you next week. Enjoy the run. Mosquitoes.